All right, everyone, super unannounced live to talk about astrology because we have Jupiter and Chiron going direct, and Miloni and I are going to jump in here and talk about it with you all. So just give me 1 second. Here she is. Let me just have her request, and then we will get going. Go live. Apparently that's how we feel about this power move. Yes! Oh, I love the beanie. That's a great
Thanks.
beanie.
You know, it is quite chilly out here in Texas. So we've got the long sleeve like hoodie on. We've got the
Nice.
beanie. Yeah, we're
I love it.
Yellowstoning all over the place.
I love it.
So yay. Yep.
Amazing.
And then we got the plants in the background. And look, we are plant moms, everyone. Very, very like that's our other kind of commonality. We just are plant moms all over. In fact, when I moved, she got all my plants. She had to adopt all my plants. Period.
Most of them, yeah. Yeah, and the ZZ plant has just I wish I would pay attention. Like it grew, I swear, like 3 inches in a day yesterday. It's like I'm fucking here. Like let me reach up to where everyone else is.
You know how like parents used to like on door frames like mark where their kids grow?
Yeah,
like we mark where our plants grow. Look.
Yeah.
This was the start of Capricorn season. Look at the end.
Yeah, wait, that's not a bad idea.
Just bringing ideas in.
Hey. So what are we talking about today? We are talking about Jupiter and Chiron going direct in Aries.
Yes. Well, Chiron is going direct in Aries. Jupiter is entering into Aries. It's ingressing into Aries.
Thank you.
Yes.
There's two of us.
Why there's two.
So let's talk about, first of all, Aries, first sign of the zodiac. This is the initiator. This is the cardinal fire. This is the one who starts everything, even starts the shit. Like they start the shit, and it's a powerfully felt energy. And it's a sense of like our drive, our motivation, ruled by Mars, wanting us to move into. Look at her. She's just like, let me go to my note.
Well, no, actually, I've got cards. I'm trying to find the Fool because the Fool
Fool. That's
the Fool is Aries.
That's the Fool. That's the Aries. So when we think about it too, it's like, you know, it's this sense of being unapologetic. It's this sense of self where it's like, hey, I'm here to fucking make moves, and it's independent leadership. Well, that's kind of Aquarius too, but it's independence. It's it's authenticity. It's a sense of self. It's unapologetic. There's a sense of like, you know, we really have this like great. It's just a go. It's just a go time. So that's a little bit about Aries, and then a little.
Ba-doom. Look at that. Look at this. This is the Fool. So I am using the top tarot deck. So this isn't a traditional Rider White or anything, but it was sitting right here, and I'm like, oh, let's take a look at this Fool. Yeah. So it's this like.
Yeah, see that like muscular guard in front. That's like a very like the warrior. Like it's not just this Fool is ready to fight. This Fool is basically saying you're a fool if you fight me. That's what I
think. And also it's this like don't stand in the way of anything I'm trying to accomplish. And that's it, like self-actualization. So I love Aries because I always feel like even though Aries starts us off, Aries takes everything of all signs and puts it in the self. So how do I show up in community? Aquarius, right? How do I hold relationships? Libra. But it's all stemming from you, self. what you are bringing out into the world. And it is a place, Aries is a place where you do get to be a little bit selfish.
Oh yeah.
And that's wonderful, because we should be selfish a little bit. We should be able to stand in our presence and say, hi, I'm a fucking badass. Look at me.
It's unapologetically selfish, and it's not even just a little bit selfish. It's like, I know what I want, and I'm going to be going for it, and I don't really care what you think about it.
Yep.
Like, and that can come off, to people who aren't self-empowered, that can come off as if you're selfish. Yeah. Well, why aren't you doing what you need to be doing for yourself? That's the question that you actually need to be asking. Because if you're seeing something in someone else, the mirror that's being reflected back, positive or negative, is showing you what you can be, what you should be, etc. So if you have that, I'm not even gonna lie, I got a little triggered earlier just before this, and I was like, ooh, I almost popped off. Like, the fuck?
Pop off energy is here. Thank you. Pop off energy is here right now. So Jupiter, let's talk about Jupiter. And then we can bring them both together, what Jupiter and Aries looks like. But Jupiter,
yes, it can come off as arrogant. It totally can come off as arrogant. Because it's this Aries is like, dude, like, I mean, I just know the Aries that I've had in my life, and like, they're powerful. And those of us that like are, I mean, I'm a Libra, so I'm like I actually need to embody more Aries qualities and like be that powerful sense of self, stand more into your power, like anything that you are, again, the mirror, what are you being reflected back to? How could you actually embody that a little bit more? So why do we think that Aries is arrogant? Because they actually can stand in their truth and they can speak their truth, and we're like, whoa, it's like fucking, and when they are ignited, their fire is ignited and it comes out verbally, there's just like whoosh, like it's like a tongue of fire that just like burns your entire reality to the ground, and you're like, damn, you're not wrong though.
Well, and that's what it is, because whenever you put yourself in the position to say they are coming off as, I don't care what it is, arrogant, sassy, bitchy, whatever, right? ... Get your words in there. That is a direct reflection of how you are experiencing what you're experiencing, which greatly ties together with Chiron and Aries. And what you've got to move through. And what you got to move through with that. And so it's never about like you're accepting that as your experience of, well, that person's being arrogant. Well, if you ask them, I bet you they would say, no, I'm just being real, or I'm just being truthful, or I'm just being this. So it is that like Aries allows us to like peel back. Cause again, we've been in a fog, right? We've been in the fog of Pisces. We've been in the water, in the midst and in the deep, dark water where it's really hard to see. And Aries releases all of that. That veil is open now.
Yeah.
So now it's okay. Well, what's showing up?
Yeah. Yeah. And who are you and what's showing up for you? Yeah. So Chiron. So let's go there first, because Jupiter's like, woo, let's go into the other stuff first. So Chiron is the wounded healer. Chiron has been in Aries, I believe, since like sometime in 2019.
Ooh, I have that down. But you know, I got the dates. You know,
girl,
stop it.
I
got the dates. Okay. So where did I put the dates? Okay. 4/7 of 2018 is when Chiron first went into Aries. But, remember during that like year to 2019, it kind of went back and forth. So, but 4/7 2018 was its first ingress into Aries.
Okay, great. So, so when we think about moving from Pisces to Aries, Pisces, again, that veil, it's moving out of victim and this energy of surrender, this energy of the unknown, and like, oh my gosh, what the unknown does for me, like who am I in this unknown, and moving into self-actualization, empowerment, etc. But we have to remember, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So this is the immature self as well. This isn't just, yes, we might be empowered, but you also might be empowering your sense of self that doesn't actually, and maybe shouldn't actually be speaking yet. And I'm saying that because like the thoughts aren't fully there. Like
there's no wisdom. There's no
wisdom.
There's no wisdom.
There's no experience, like literally first sign of the zodiac. And so when we think about Aries as well, I mean, we can't, yes, ego, we're working through our ego with Chiron and Aries. We're working through our temper tantrum, our little inner child that's just like wanting to throw a fit because they're not getting their own way. But here's what's interesting. Chiron is in the middle part of its, of Aries. So it's been retrograde. I think I have the degrees. It's stationed retrograde at 16 degrees of Aries on July 20th. And on December 23rd, it will station direct at 11 degrees, 56 minutes, almost 12 degrees. So it hasn't like gone too far off of that. It doesn't move
second decan.
fast,
so this is second decan.
Second decan. So we're a little bit more mature. We're not working through our inner child shit. We're working through our teenager, our 20s. We're working through this, maybe 30s, and we're working through this place of like, okay, who am I? Like, who am I beyond this? What?
I said, fuck, dude. My 20s, look, I love my 20s. Don't need to go back there. There's nothing that needs to go back there.
Right?
Nothing.
Fucking
Although
shit.
I did like my hair. I worked at a salon, so my hair was definitely always on point.
At a salon too. I wasn't doing good. I don't think I actually ever. I mean, maybe I did when we were at that thing for that John Maxwell thing, and I told you, but I don't know if I actually told. I'll just tell you about my salon days.
Yeah,
that's like a chapter that. But
if you think what happens in your 20s is there's a lot of swift growth. You are forced experiences come quickly, right? And that can be now with Chiron going direct. It's this like forward movement into the farther parts of your journey, into whatever you're trying to transform, whatever you're trying to be taught, whatever you need to teach. Because that's the other part of Chiron that is really interesting, is he's not just the wounded healer, but he heals himself and then teaches others not to heal, but how he did it so others may end up following in his footsteps.
Yeah, and
doing it in their own right.
Yes, that light. Yeah. And when we have like Chiron's really working through our self-confidence here in this middle part of Aries in the second decan. We're having a sense of like, okay, like now that I've been shown who I am through the lessons that I've learned and the experience that I've had, how do I step into that and this knowingness and like being confident within it and like this unwavering sense of like, I have to it's the planting your flag energy. That's the message I just got. It's healing anger, courage. It's healing your inner teenager, your idea of being selfish, impatient. Where can you be more independent? And this has been going on again since from July to December 23rd.
And will continue.
And will continue because it has to move through up into and through 16 degrees of Aries. And it doesn't move that much in 2023 beyond the 16 degrees. So we have like, this is a refinement period. And these degree points, you want to look and see in your chart, 12 degrees to 16 degrees of Aries, where that is in your chart. And it's that, for me, I think that's like my third house. So that totally makes sense of like me healing that's communication. So find, and like there's power in your pause in communication. There's power in, and that's a big Aries thing, because Aries is going to want you to just go steamroll through, like not worry about the consequences. So Chiron is allowing you to even just grant yourself permission to pause. Like grant yourself permission to not have to steamroll through and bulldoze through, and you could do it a little bit. You could still move, and you could do it more gracefully so that your quote unquote repercussions, if that's probably too harsh of a word, but aren't as intense. Yep.
And you said 2023 was going to sit at about 16 degrees pretty much the whole year?
No, I did not say that.
Okay.
I said it doesn't move off of 16 degrees much.
Right. So we're going to be right around that 16-degree point. So 16 degrees of Aries, the Sabian symbol for that is two prim spinsters. The universal idea is best expressed through planets in turning within to experience our true selves. Poise and serenity develop when we spend time in a peaceful solitude. Seclusion as a way to deepen self-knowledge.
I love that.
I love that.
Seclusion as a way to deepen self-knowledge.
Self-knowledge.
So we might need to balance, though, as well, this idea of like, okay, like seclusion. And like, there's a difference between being independent and secluding yourself.
Yes.
So,
yes.
like, notice if you're hermiting,
yep.
that's Pisces energy. There's a difference.
That's isolation.
Yeah, and like, you know, wanting to wallow in your shit. That's Pisces energy. We're beyond that. We are beyond that. So let yourself, like, and Erin, you said you're trying to remain humble today, and we're not helping. But so here's the thing about humility. That's another thing that like Chiron and Aries is working you through, because they're not necessarily humble. Like, and that's okay. Like, it's okay though. But like allowing yourself to realize, like, hey, I can be humble. Like, be humble, sit down. Like, I can be humble and I can sit down. Like, and I can be humble and sitting. But I also
can be humble and stay in my power.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can do both. I can stand here and say everything that I need to say, feel the way that I need to feel, own my experience, and I'm still being humble through that process.
Yeah. Totally. Yep. Does anyone have any questions about Chiron? If so,
and I have a word while we put in the comments and while people are typing questions. This was my phrase that it was so quick when I was like, Chiron stationing direct in Aries, and all I could hear was, anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
Yeah, you can.
Yes, I can. Like, that is all I heard over and over and over and over again. And I was like, oh my God, that is so perfect.
Yeah.
That is so perfect. Because there's also a little bit too, and again, it depends upon where Aries is at within your own natal chart. But there is another way that this can show up with Chiron in Aries is also about your body, your physical form. Aries can, you know, there's, especially with Mars, depending upon where that placement's at, you can be prone to accidents or prone to brittle bones or prone to things of that nature. And also, because it is the body, Chiron could be healing body insecurity.
Yeah.
How do you feel about yourself? How do you feel about what you look like, how you present to the world, what your clothes say about you, what your external appearance says about you? And so that could be, again, something that could be healing, and you're working on healing as, you know, Chiron is moving through this Aries as these body insecurities.
Yeah, I love that. And it was right there, and then I was like, I'm gonna wait for her to keep talking because I always cut people off.
Walk through the door.
It was right at the beginning. Where did you say right at the beginning? Oh, through movement. You said, what did you say right at the beginning? The body.
Yeah.
Oh, so Chiron, when you are feeling anxious, when you're feeling like your body and your emotions aren't syncing, like literally move your physical body. Like Chiron and Aries will really, like, the energy will move through you if you're feeling somewhat emotional and you can't regulate actual physical body movement, while Chiron is just in general, but like Chiron being in Aries will really, really assist how you are able to process whatever is coming up for you. That was part of it, but it wasn't all. But anyway, it's okay.
So one other thing, not yet, but we've got some bartending, we got some love that. We love you. Thank you. One other thing, just to put it, and it was great writing this because I was able to sit back and reflect when I was looking up, like, okay, how long ago did Chiron get into Aries? And like we talked about, it was April of 2018, although it kind of went back and forth for a little bit. And 2018 was the year of my awakening. And like 2017 into 2018. And 2017, the very, like literally the end of the year, like literally the last week in December was when I had my breakdown to break through, to break me up, to help me grow, which was all around me being the common denominator in all my failed ...
Yeah. No,
that is in everything.
Not even
that
we don't even have to justify it. We don't even have to like put that adjective. Just in
yep,
life.
just in life. And so that was my, like, looking back at it now, I see how Chiron was working with me in that manner, that realizing that the self, the actualization of me, I make all my own choices.
Yeah.
All my experience is because of my choices. And that is that Chiron energy, that healing energy, that I need to stand in my power. I need to take responsibility for the life that I am leading and living, and not try to put that off on somebody else, or not try to, you know, traumatize that from other things.
Yeah, because it's healing the victim energy that we sat in Pisces. And so when you're in victim, I did the same thing. I pointed the finger to every single person, I was like, it's because like I was running a store. My mom, I couldn't do XYZ or anything because my mom's doing this, my dad's doing this, my sister's doing this, and so I can't do what I want to be doing, like literally. And then after all of that, and then I like started pointing the finger at like friends in my life and like people, like acquaintances and things. And then all of a sudden I had no one else to point the finger at, and I was like, oh, hi. And so I started pointing the finger at myself, and that's when like everything started to shift and change and evolve. And there's a sense of God damn it, brain, because I just had a really, really, really good point. And
hold space. Let's hold space for the brain,
guys. It's a good download. So when the physical body, it has to do with the physical body, dropping into the physical body. Oh my God. Oh, what is going on? What's interesting is there's no reason for this to be happening. There's no reason.
Let me look at today. Like, what did we do today? We are in Moon's in Libra. There's nothing happening, sis. I don't know what's happening.
I think it has to do with something that's going on mine personally. But oh my God. So moving into, wow.
All right, look, it wasn't meant to be said. If it's there, it will come back out.
It'll come back, and we'll have to. It has to do with the physical body, and it has to do. Seriously,
maybe you'll find it in Jupiter. Let's expand the brain. Let's get in. We can Jupiter expand, and maybe it will just drop right in.
Yeah, you guys. This is what happens.
That face is a no.
I was like, I don't like
lost
that.
It.
Yeah, just this is what happens to Simone. So just follow along.
We're here.
All right, so Jupiter. So Jupiter is now officially in Aries.
Nope, 12/20.
Aries.
12/20,
on the 20th.
Yep.
Which is right before the solstice. Yep. Which is beautiful because that is when, that is also like when the sun is at the galactic center, and it's still in that influence in that area. So we are still carrying this energy of Aries, like we have been talking about with Chiron. So Jupiter moving into that. Jupiter is the expander. Jupiter is wisdom, like philosophy. It's like it's like helping you find the whys and like just another form of self-discovery. Anyway,
through learning. It's jolly. Like I always get the word jolly with Jupiter. Like
it's like the jolly green
Jupiter.
Yeah, jolly green giant, just like bouncing around. Super happy energy. But while Jupiter retrograded into Pisces, so it was retrograde, and that's why it's going. And you might have remembered back in, I believe it was again July. Yep. It entered. it retrograded into retrograde July 29th at 8 degrees. It started its retrograde at July 29th at 8 degrees of Aries, and then it moved to the 29 degree point, the 29 back into Pisces. Yeah, October 28th.
And
so
it's been steady chilling
till
steady
only
chilling.
went till about like 28, maybe 28 degrees.
Yeah.
And so again, it's this healing energy of the final degree points of the zodiac. There is I'm just getting a sense of also, you know, clearing out the clutter, the mental clutter, the stagnation that we can feel in Pisces of wanting answers and not trusting that they're coming. And Jupiter's like, there's something here that you need to release and let go of so that the abundance and everything else can flow.
Expansion can come. Yeah. Because that is what Jupiter is really great at. Jupiter is really great at providing opportunities, opening the doors, moving things out of your way to open up the great road. Like, it's like going from a 1-lane highway to like 8 lanes all of a sudden. And it's like, shit, finally, holy cow. But that one lane, you still got to go through that 1 lane to get to the 8 lanes. Yeah.
And it's this energy of karmic completions too. So it's like those 1-lane highways, are you closing up, like clearing things out, like just letting it, like those things are not, that was it. Okay, we're going back 1 second.
I told you it was going to happen.
But this is like, woo. Okay, fuck. The Aries is the physical embodiment, okay? If we are us entering into our physical body, our soul entering into this vessel. Your karma, you had mentioned something about karma. Thank you. Karma and us bringing in the sense of our body is actually a physical manifestation of all of our karma. Just like our lives are a physical manifestation of our karma as well. But the body is holding, just as your reality is showing you, your body is actually holding all of the things that you have done, haven't done, wanted to do, didn't do, got like, you know, like all the surgeries, the bones that have been, all these things that have been, that have halted you or allowed you to progress or whatever. Like, it's the karma. And I'm not even trying to have it be like a negative energy. This is like literally you, like this embodiment, this physical embodiment, like you're literally healing it. And so when you start to move the energy through you, and if you practice yoga, if you do any mindfulness or anything like that, like, and you can sit with yourself long enough to notice, like be the one noticing and feel, okay, what happens when I relax my glutes? Then what triggers from that? Okay, now my inner thighs are doing something. So how do I just did it right now. So how do I relax into that? Now what are my, like, okay, so now I'm feeling more in my calves. Okay, so if and then just like literally like this ripple in through your body of it starting to move through. But when we have this realization that you are literally living your karma, like it's not karma gets such a bad rap because it gets very misunderstood as far as like, well, I did something bad, so this is my repercussion. It's literally it's the next thing that happens it's the cause and effect. It doesn't matter if it's positive or negative or what you did was positive or negative. It's literally just the result of what you did or did not do and the choices that you made. So if you want a different reality physically or embodied, then make a different choice.
Because at the end of the day, nothing is positive or negative. It is what it is. Because don't forget, the stories that we tell ourselves are told from either the winner. Nobody ever hears the loser story. Nobody ever hears that. And while, yes, we do. We
hear that victim story. We can tell the story as the place.
We can tell. Yep. Yeah, but the like and I was more going around that adage that like heroes are the only ones that write history. Like that is, you have to remember that is, okay, I'm going through and I'm making these decisions to somebody else. That decision is going to be negative.
Yeah.
So it's not about, again, that's where then it's not about what other people, it's about what is your truth and what is your value system, going back to how Venus comes into these pictures and everything like that. What is your value system? And then how are you embodying and living that forward? How are you utilizing your body, and then the inside, what you do, the choices that you make to embody who you truly are, your authenticity.
Yeah. And then in comes Jupiter expanding all that. You might have noticed yourself as well, Jupiter wanting you to, while it was in Pisces, or we're still finalizing those.
Yep.
Those, like,
we got a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit left.
Yeah, the remnants there. And it's like there could be a draw to the arts, music, things that are connecting you to the beyond in that way, and you're exploring them. So do so, like, really allow for you to see like any coincidences that are happening, any sort of things that, like, where your gifts are wanting to be actualized, what gifts you've been hiding. Like, there's likely things, and Jupiter's expanding that, especially now that he's direct. When he was retrograde, he was like,
Yep.
And now that he's direct, he's like, why aren't you doing something with this?
Right.
I like this. Like, I want to have fun here. And it's like a fun energy. Yes.
It is fun. And I just got the visual. So, like, say you've got a tall glass of like ice cool water on a hot day, right? Like, it's got the condensation running down off of it. The water glass is full. It's got ice cubes if you're an ice cube person, and you drink it all the way down, but it's never fully empty. Yeah. There's still some little pieces at the bottom. And it's like this reminder, these last degrees of Pisces, it's this reminder, and this, I'm just speaking right now, being channeled through. It's this reminder that even with this little bit at the bottom, or the sediments at the bottom, or whatever's at the bottom of your glass, there is somebody out there that can only dream that they have what's at your bottom. Your bottom is somebody else's ceiling. Yeah. And oh my God, I'm getting so, like, I
like want to cry.
I full body goosebumps. It's this like layering on top, and your ceiling is somebody else's bottom. And that is how we are all connected. Oh my God.
And perceived ceiling. Like, it's not even, it's because it only feels like a ceiling because you can only see to that. And then once you get closer and closer and closer and closer, you're like, oh, there's so much more. But this is all that, like, and we play safe because we want to not stay small, but, like, you know, sometimes it's easier to not dream so big, because if you keep dreaming bigger, then that's more opportunity to fail. Like, again, Pisces energy of those things that could be running through your head. Well,
with great power comes great responsibility.
Yes. And when we really allow ourselves to, like, okay, well, let's expand what we haven't touched upon. Because those things we haven't touched upon are the things that are able to, that, like, we can explore freely without attachment, because we don't know what they're going to be, what result is going to come from them. And so when we can allow ourselves, this is where we have when Jupiter moves into Pisces, it's like there's
Jupiter moves into Pisces or Aries?
Excuse me, when Jupiter moves into Aries. Thank you. Jesus. Mercury's almost in retrograde too, guys. This is probably.
And we have Mars in retrograde in Gemini, so we're fine.
Everything's
fine.
Take a sip of your tea. But when Jupiter moves into Aries, it's like, I'm just like, oh, like the fucking, like, it's like Ariel finding her voice.
Yes. Yes.
I do not watch any of those shits. The fuck was that?
Look,
like, that's
I immediately get the visual of like, oh, I'm not even gonna sing, y'all.
That's
like,
fine.
I'm gonna try because I'm so excited right now. This is Jupiter at the end of Pisces. Like, I can do it. I can be Ariel. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I got that.
And it's this but it's like, oh, like it's the exploration of the things you didn't even know you could explore or should explore, and so let's go explore unapologetically. Like, Jupiter is also the explorer, and let's just go see what you can do with it. Because if you don't, you literally don't know what you could do with it, because you literally don't know because you've never explored it. So go let yourself go try it out. Go try something new. Like, it's going to be fast moving energy. This is birthing energy. This is big energy. This is trust your gut, trust your downloads, trust your independence, trust your courage. You are going to be self-directed during this time as well. So, like, move. And it's unlikely. I need to see how quickly Jupiter moves through here, but
I got that. I got you, sis. You know I got you.
Jupiter's going to move quick, right through Aries?
Super quick. This is how big and how fast this is going to be. 1220 to 516. You're welcome, and won't come back till 2034.
So use this.
I'm a 10th house Aries, so this is like super important to use this energy. Like, let's go build business. Make it happen.
Shit.
Make it happen. We done. Now, wonder where like all this red pill's got to come out. Yeah, it's got to come out during Jupiter and Aries. Let's go. Let's grow.
Like, let's go. Literally, that is Jupiter and Aries, like, tied up in a bow. But trust your gut. New energy, new confidence. Like, explore it. Like, you aren't going to know what it's going to bring you, but you know it's going to bring you something new. Yeah. And with that, it's going to give you another push of confidence. It's going to give you another sense of reassurance. It's going to give you more inspiration. Yeah. And so it's inspired action.
There is this the word pioneer, when I was kind of looking through some of my astrology books, Jupiter in Aries has, I saw in multiple places the word pioneer. And I really love that word because it's that risk that you were just talking about. You need to take risks. That's what pioneers do. They take risks. They're the first ones to do something. They're the trailblazers, the path. Like, they'll go make the path. And even if it's in pioneering, doesn't have to be in new places. It could take the things that are already existing in a new direction, right? So you could take, like, I don't know, pick anything, right? Cell phones. And then all of a sudden you can pioneer a brand new cell phone that then has that longevity all the way through, right? Yeah. You could pioneer a new hairstyle. Boom, you've got now, right, your trend setting and all of this stuff. My term for this, when I was thinking about it, was closed mouths don't get fed.
And a lazy hustle don't make bread.
Boom. Boom. And I know. Oh, look. Preach.
Bodhi water.
Preach. That's it. Like, that's it. This is where, do not waste this opportunity. Is essentially like
not
what is happening. Because
like,
once
be on go mode.
Jupiter
because
gets on,
you're gonna be on go mode, and so just don't question it. Like, don't be like, oh my god, well, the mind. Well, what's fucking annoying. So we have Mars moving through its shadow until March, Jupiter and Aries until May. So those final 2 months, when Mars finally gets out of the shadow and goes direct, you're going to have, like, even more momentum to just fucking go, and for things to be actualized as well, because Mars will move into Taurus from there too, and that will implant things into your actual physical reality. So when that happens, like get out of your mind, like, get out of your own fucking way. Hi, Lynette!
I know, I just saw Lynette come in. Hello, Lynette. if
Oh,
y'all
I feel like
ever
honored.
want to learn or like Lynette, please go check her out.
Oracle of Your Soul
hearts
is
to
just,
you. Yes.
Well, she changed our lives.
Yes.
But yeah, so like that's an unexpected abundance, like an unexpected like thing coming into your reality when Jupiter is now into Aries, and it's like, yeah, yes, of course, like of course, like, and it's to say yes, it's confidence. It's like, why wouldn't someone like another powerhouse want to do work with you or want to be around you or want to be involved in your reality? Like there's like, don't question these things. Don't question it when it comes in, especially if it's a full body yes. Fucking go. Like the answers will come. Like yes, like exactly. Like the answers are going to come.
Opportunity. Yeah. It sees the opportunities that are presented. And where this, again, we just talked before, Chiron is in Aries, direct healing and all of that. So if you have that, like, oh my gosh, all right, am I worthy of this? That could be that Chiron in Aries where Jupiter is asking you to say, fuck yes, I am worthy of this. Done. I am taking this opportunity. This opportunity came because I am worthy. I am ready. I am capable. Am I afraid? Fuck yeah, I'm afraid. But through my fear, going through your fear, that is where the blessings are on the other side. And yes, we're talking about Jupiter, but we can't not talk about Saturn when we talk about blessings, because Jupiter is giving you the opportunity to seize that opportunity, but Saturn is the one that's going to get you to work through it. So that way you can achieve the blessing on the other side of that opportunity.
Yeah, and it lays the foundation for you. It provides you the structure. It reminds you of your and it gives you the reality. It grounds you into reality of like where the blessings are going to actualize for you.
Yeah.
It doesn't have, like, oh yes, your dog just oh
yeah, look there. There is somebody outside. Okay. Real quick, this is so funny. So Noble runs in here this morning, he walked, but he came in this morning and was like, guess what? Like what? He goes, the 2023 color of the year, and I'm saying this because we're going to tie this together, is Viva Magenta. It is a red hue. Kind of think about like the T-Mobile color.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. That is supposed to be from Pantone Color Solutions. That is labeled as the color of 2023, Viva Magenta, which signifies the new signal of strength. And I was like, okay, we're in a red hue. We're in Aries. Yeah. Jupiter starts us off in Aries at the beginning of the year. We've got, Chiron still working through Aries. Like, of course, we're seeing red hues come out for that beginning momentum into what truly, when you get to 2023, is truly a brand new energy signature year. Like there's a lot that is shifting within the energy spheres as we move farther away from 2020 and those aspects that have kind of been our life for the last 3 years, if you will. So which is great, because if you're wondering how to kind of like apply all of that, this one right up here is holding a 2023 mini mind. You're just the best. Yes, 2023 mini mind. Like so many of you that are in here right now are in it. I'm pretty sure like all of you are. Anyway, but yeah, so perfect. The 2023 mini mind is going to be the jam. We will be going through all of this, how you guys can really work through literally self-actualization of the energies as we move through 2023. We start next Wednesday on day 1 of Capricorn. And look, Jupiter in Aries. And Jupiter right in Aries. Away. Like, you're welcome. So, yes, it was intentional. And we're going to start with the 4 Mercury retrogrades, because we're starting 2023 with the Mercury retrograde in Capricorn, which is beautiful. It is what it is. Yes. Like, it's beautiful. It is. So, it's still 2:22 until we start. So jump in, and I will re-put this on my story and all of the things so that the last of you that want to come in can.
It's going to be so fun. The group that is already in here, yo,
Super,
we're like, you guys,
super excited.
Super good. Like, and like, so exciting. So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you haven't logged into the platform, make sure you log in, get all the like RSVP to the calendars so that you can get the calendar invites put into your actual calendar. And if you have any issues, of course, holla. But yeah.
And then how am I using this Jupiter in Aries transit through my 10th house? Yay. Not only am I doing like, you know, actually stating what I want in my corporate career, but here we are red pilling astrology. So that is kind of what we do here. We are creating, we are bringing forth, we are growing, we are teaching into 2023. So part of that is and beyond. Part of that is our intro to astrology class, which is going to launch on the solstice as well. So Merry Yule to everybody. And then from there, we are working our way through what we call the house experience. Houses are super duper duper important, especially as if you're looking to take astrology as something that you can work with personally, understanding the houses and having a deeper understanding of your house system, like the house system in your natal chart, how planets move through them, how signs move through them, what that looks like.
And how they're actually affecting you in your area of life. So that's what the 2023 mini mind is also going to be showing you is like, okay, so Jupiter is moving through your 10th house. What is that going to mean? Mercury retrograde is going to be retrograding for me in my 12th and first house. What is that going to
right over your Mars? It's going to be fabulous. It's going to be great.
Oh God.
So that is all the things that's all the things coming up, and we still have to get through. We are coming back when the 19th, 20th, what day?
Sunday.
Hold on, I don't have my stuff. There we go. Yes.
We'll be talking about the solstice and the new moon. And
our favorite thing, Capricorn season.
Our love.
Look, that's why. That's the face. That's why.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We love you. This will be up soon. And have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye.